When Yash Raj Films collaborated with Walt Disney for Roadside Romeo, it was hailed as the first film of its kind and was seen as a project that would pave the way for animation films in India and raise the bar for artistry and innovation. It's a movie about Romeo, a rich dog who is abandoned by his owners and finds himself embroiled in various difficult situations, especially for love. It's a romantic comedy, a genre in which both YRF and Disney are undisputed champions. But despite massive brands, a big star cast, a generous budget, and decent animation, Roadside Romeo failed to woo the audiences. But why? Well, the important factor behind its downfall is that the creators lack the insight to look beyond the technical and focus on two of the most vital components of movie making, and that is, the character arc and relatability. First, let us see what a character arc means. It is a transformation or inner journey of a character over the course of time. In other words, the character begins as one sort of person and gradually transforms into a different sort of person in response to changing development in the surroundings. You can see this applied perfectly in Pixar films where they tend to give the protagonist's emotional journey equal importance as the outer. Because of this, the character we see at the beginning of a movie will be a radically different person by the end of it. All great artist is aware of this metamorphosis a living being undergoes during an existence, so they always try to incorporate this in their creative work some or the other way, whether it's movies, novels or even in music. But Roadside Romeo simply failed to understand this basic principle of storytelling. The hero didn't show any changes in his personality despite ever-changing circumstances like getting thrown into the world of isolation, coming across the love of his life, and even facing the nemesis to wipe the slate clean. Another major reason for its failure is that the hero was unrelatable, as the makers didn't give the audience enough reasons to care for him, even though there was enough time to build it. For instance, instead of showing his lavish lifestyle as the opening sequence, it would have been great if they would have stretched more on his loyalty towards his family and his struggle to come to terms with his new unfortunate ordeal. This would have given the audience a chance to truly empathize with him and root for him. But what surprised me the most about this movie is that Roadside Romeo was created by YRF, a studio responsible for one of the greatest romantic Bollywood movies of all time, DDLJ. Even though the plot is a typical boy meets girl cliched one, however, we can surely see the development in Raj's character both emotionally and externally, as he transforms from a reckless spoiled brat to a mature and responsible person who travels across the oceans for his love. And due to this inner and outer transformation, we got involved with him and in a way became a part of his journey. His life became our life, his problems became our problems, and his success became our success, so did his failures. Now that's good storytelling due to a good character arc. And with Roadside Romeo, apart from him being left alone, there was nothing much going on with him. Throughout the movie, he was shown as an epitome of perfection, who is a great hairstylist, singer, dancer, and is good with bitches, literally. In the end, when he does show some emotions to save the bad guy, it comes across forced as his actions clearly lacks the motivation to do so, and it was too late for the audience to root for him. But even after that, he goes back to who he was in the beginning of a film, a careless playboy. The audience doesn't want to see this. They want to see these characters cope with the human experience through these films. An experience with which audience members can identify. Observers want to see a part of their own imperfect reality on the big screen through these figures, as that's what makes the characters so relatable and inspiring. And this is one reason why superhero movies are so big among us. Because we see the inner struggle they go through despite being gifted with powers beyond human abilities, because we see their vulnerability to deal with the change surrounding them, and because we see their lack of control over certain circumstances. Just like us. To read the full article on which this video is based, please click on the link given in the description. And one of the best ways to support Indian artists and animation is by subscribing to this channel.